anybody know what this is? Look at spongy. There's you see that? Anybody know what this is? Because I'm going to use this as a, how to put this right away. I don't want to call it science, because I'm not delivering you science. I mean, some people might be able to go and turn this into a scientific experiment to prove to themselves something. But this is an egg, or part of an egg. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Look at the dog, and the dog is over here sniffing this. She wants to eat this. Watch out, meaty baby. I'm gonna wait a little while so I can explain this to the youngsters and the silly ones, and the people that really want to just see, observe. And I would suggest you go do the same thing so you can start to have a little more, how to put it correctly for people. So you can work with it within your own internal environment, with your external environment. You could just know how this shit works. About inorganics, organics, what those mean from a the tongue of the scientist, the way that we would explain things in biology and chemistry, as an alchemist or a chemist might explain something, and what a living system is and what a dead system is. And we're going to get into different types of water, different types of fruits, vegetation, alkaline and acid. These are very important to your system as a human, as a being, as a living being, hopefully. Because I time and time again have to continually have these conversations with people that are selling something, and they tend to be selling an alkaline diet or alkaline water, or I'm not going to name any names, but everybody knows the major alkaline products that are out there. It's a business. It's about making money. It's about being a salesman. But if you deal with chemistry, and if you deal with your being, your biological system, and just make some simple observable, this is observation. I'm not a smart man. I may once or twice have claimed to be very highly intelligent, but I take it all back. I'm just a silly guy sitting here playing with an egg. They used to have a shell on it, but it doesn't have a shell on it anymore. Why? What did I do to remove the shell? And what is the difference between the shell and this membrane that somehow is not eaten away at? And in fact, I could go grab you something. We could further this experiment, and I will just use the word pickle. I would use the concept of any system that you would see as living to be pickling something properly, or sauerkraut. They could sit there for years, still living, still enzymes, and everything's intact, just like this right here. So how did I do this? How did I make this egg do this? This is an egg. This is not a joke. This is not like this is not some ball. This is not some rubber thing. So what I did is I removed the shell. But how did I remove the shell? And what is the shell made of? The shell is made of calcium. Inorganic. This here, however, is organic. It's a living system. There's life force and energy in here. So for me to remove the shell of this, I put it in vinegar. Very high, like it's an acid. Obviously, anybody in an alkaline mindset believes anything acid is bad. I disagree fully, and it's observable to anybody that's used any type of acid. Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna make the claim of what lysergic acid is, but let's just use acid in the sense of what people consume on a regular basis. What vinegars are, what sour beers are, what all sorts of different fruits. There's plenty of fruits that are acid, but then as soon as you say acid, that well, it creates an alkaline ash, even though no one that speaks this language is really a chemist or an alchemist or has any idea what effect it's having on their system. So what I'm getting at here is this. The removal of the outer shell of an inorganic substrate, inorganic compound, we'll call it the calcium compound that held the living system within inside. I put in a vinegar bath. What's the pH? Anybody want to put it in here? What is it like? I think it's like 2.5, maybe 3, maybe 2.5, 3 pH. And anybody says, oh, low pH, high pH, alkaline acid. Well, what does pH mean? You might be able to like write down or Google like, well, it means the hydrogen, blah blah blah. But what does it mean? What is it really doing to the system? How does it function? Well, now what I've done here is I've removed the outer shell, which is inorganic, but the acid did not affect the living system. The same way that water, a distilled water, which is rain, comes out of the sky and lands on all of the plant life, and it doesn't eat it. Doesn't break it down. It doesn't kill it. The same exact way. Because everybody says, oh, distilled water is slightly acidic and it's bad for you. Distilled water. The thing that literally removes, because water is a solution, much as anything else is. If you call it a solution or a solvent, it solves things. It removes things that are inorganic, meaning it doesn't have a carbon bond and it isn't living. This is why urine and water and juices and things like this remove things from your body. Go drink a bunch of lemon and lime water, warm lemon and lime water and grapefruit juice. Those are all very high acidic levels. But anybody knows that this is innate wisdom for people. If you wake up and have grapefruit for breakfast, it's extremely healthy. Extremely. Everyone knows this. It burns fat off the body. Why? What's going on here? It removes toxins from the body. You could say toxin. Inorganic solids, inorganic things that shouldn't be in your system. But I'm sitting here with an egg that's still living. That it's not gonna. I'd go put this in a vinegar bath just the same way a pickle or anything else. We'll sit in a vinegar bath and it won't eat away at this. It's gonna sit here just like this. So all these alkaline idiots, yes, idiots, like completely bereft of actual knowledge or wisdom or insights for themselves. They just repeat shit. I have these pointless, baseless, or maybe baseful, I don't know, base and acid, huh? Baseless arguments with people. And it's not an argument to me because I'm speaking of what I know to be truth. And they're speaking from, there's a $3,000 machine they're trying to tell people about alkaline waters. Your alkaline water, that everybody, you're gonna get an effect from alkaline water but it's not water. Let's remember that it's not water. It's something completely different. I think it's called like dihydroxide something. You can look it up. There's what they do is they're doing something to break apart the molecular construct of what water is, which would be to most people hydrogen and oxygen. I don't know if it is. I'm not going to get into all of the extra chemistry on it, but what we can observe is that acid in water has a habit of removing things that are inorganic to get it out of the body or in front of us right here. Observable. It's an egg. Look at that. Smush it right there. It's an egg. So why didn't the acid eat away at this? Why didn't the acid eat away at this? Distilled water is the only thing to drink. Distilled water, your urine. Oh, and you can go ahead and drink some beer. Go ahead and drink some vodka. Go ahead and drink some vinegar. Everybody, you know what everybody loves? You got these people that they get confused because they remember for a while they was loving the kombucha, but kombucha is vinegar. It's vinegar with alcohol in it. Whoa! Now we're talking about a very acidic thing. The pH in it is very acidic, but it's supposed to be healthy, right? Because it is. But then you wouldn't consume that if you were on an alkaline diet and you need some alkaline water. There's a difference between alkaline, and acid, and alkalizing. There's different words. It's a confusing game out here, but observable results here. We're talking about the difference between living and dead systems. So the point of this here is apple cider vinegar. Why wouldn't it be? It has been used for years, millennia, in fact. Read the heritage, the history, watch, look at the people that use these types of things. Just like these fad fucking diets. You know what? Veganism is a fad, and so is alkaline diet. They're both fads. They have no historical or heritage. They have no reference. It doesn't exist. This is something new, brought to you by the fine, lovely people that care about you, and all of these corporations and these governments and these big conglomerates that all of a sudden apparently now care about you. Never did before, but now you believe it again. You're going to go fall for the okie fucking dokie again. Consume what's around you. Consume the products that seem to be, smells good, looks good, didn't take too much to make, you know, didn't have to go through some laboratory to make it. You don't have to go through a laboratory. You don't have to have a $3,000 machine. Do you know what it takes to produce alkaline water? You know how fucking insane it is? You know how many fucking things you have to do to create alkaline water and it's not water? But if I just go outside, I can collect rainwater. That's fucking distilled. You can tell me my earth, my mother, my father, all of the shit, the things that's going on. I didn't produce what I needed already, and I got to go pull out three G's out my fucking pocket, 3K, to go buy a metallic machine to produce me some water when I can piss in a fucking jug and be smarter than everybody else. See this? And I can go, hey, you know what? We've been drinking beer as long as you can think. You're the grapes of wrath, the grapes that produce wine, the wines of the god, of the gods, the goddesses sitting around eating grapes and drinking wine and being merry and enjoying the texture and the tones and what life is and being artistic and loving and creative. And we're watching just simple alchemical processes happen in front of our faces, which produce beer, which produce distilled liquids, distilled alcohol, distilled waters. It happens right in front of you, and you can do it in just simply in a couple beakers, a couple jars, a couple tubes, a couple mason jars. Oh, is that too Masonic for you? You want to talk about the Hermetic seal? Is that Hermes? Who's Hermes? It just gets really frustratingly. It's just to say the same thing to a bunch of people that repeat, that have no nothing. They're know nothings. They have no gnosis, they have no knowledge, they have no wisdom, they have no experience, but they're just going to tell you that you don't know what alkaline and acid is, and you don't know how things work. I don't know. Now, is it incredibly intelligent to drink a beer out of an aluminum can? No. It wouldn't be the greatest thing, because it's definitely leaching a little bit of aluminum off of here, which is, you know, going to get stuck and stored in my body. But you know what? I'm highly intelligent. I know how to remove it. But everybody else is like, no, just drink the alkaline water. Drink the Kool-Aid. It's basically the same fucking thing. And you're going to pay for it to believe it, and you're going to get an alkaline diet? Not. This is what people get into cancer. They go, well, we found that everybody with cancer has acidic blood. Listen very closely. One more time. Everyone that has cancer has alkaline blood or acid blood. This is what they said. Yes? If you have cancer, you have acid blood. So let me just get so excited about saying this because people don't hear it right. If you have cancer, you have acidic blood. Now, do you think the acid blood is causing the cancer, or the acidic blood is trying to save your fucking dumb ass? Your blood is becoming acidic to burn the cancer out of your system. Stop eating the shit you're eating. Let your body do what it should do, which is raise or lower the pH, depending upon what you're consuming, to remove all of that from the body. And if you didn't know, you can get plenty of diseases by being too alkaline. But we just happen to live in a world where everything is acidic, where people are very acid. People spit acid tongue bullshit. They ain't saying shit, they just speaking nonsense. But you can get a disease just as easily being too alkaline. In fact, most diseases you're going to get because you're too alkalinic, so your body tries to go into homeostasis by producing your stomach acid. You don't like acid? Your stomach is what? What, 1.8 acid? Really? So you don't like acid. So you're going to start throwing some alkaline in there, and your body's like, what the fuck? Why do you keep throwing all of this alkaline in here? I got to make more acid in my stomach. You hate acid. Yet it's causing you to digest all your fucking food. Dum-dum. So before you eat a meal, what you would do is you would have an aperitif, a digestif. Now, normally these things have a bunch of herbs in them as well, but they tend to be acidic things that are aiding in the process of pulling apart the food that you're consuming so you can digest it and your body can use the useful information. Bunch of motherfucking eggheads out here. You know? The cranium just fucking slackjaws. Dum-dums. Like, people just talk, but have nothing. They know nothing. How's this work? I don't know. I'm going to do this video again for everybody else, but I just get tired of saying the same shit to people. What's up, Jay Chosen? What's up, Alexandra? What's up, everybody else up in here? What's up, Archons? What's up, Dave? What's up, Zet and Zetetic Jim? Yeah, preservation, to preserve, we're going to serve these people again, preserve the soul, you know? It's preservation. Preservation jazz band, you know? Butte Wing, there you go. The deep rest, there you go, Butte. Yeah, celery. Celery, salty-ass celery. Sebi says don't eat celery. That dude looked like he would have fallen over at anything, right? Everybody be on that shit. Don't eat this. Here's a list. Don't eat this. Don't eat this. Man, eat it. It's good for you. Stop thinking so hard. Shit is not that difficult. What's up, Super Champion? I can go take this right now. See, this is proof again. This is the final proof. You can take this thing, take this egg, throw it in some vinegar bath, and it's going to eat away at the inorganic substances because it's acidic. But it would work in any. You could use less acid, but let's get right to the point. Let's get the white vinegar. Let's just go right to it. But you know what it's not going to do? It's not going to. I'll leave this in there, and it won't do anything to it. The same way pickles work. You're allowing preservation of a living system within inside. It's not the salt that's doing it. You know the original kimchi and sauerkraut and beers. You don't put salt in beer. You're not supposed to put salt in sauerkraut either. That's just to keep away some bacteria if you don't have high levels of cleanliness. The salt is only there to draw out moisture from the cabbage. Or, you know what I mean? It's just drawing the water out, because that's what salt would be doing in your body anyways, drawing water out to make you sicker, to turn you into beef jerky. So check it out, y'all. That's all I want to come here and say. I think this has been an excellent broadcast to let people know. I think it's something you should go try for yourself, so you can just see. You can see the erroneous, the extracurricular ways. Next time I'm gonna do a bunch of egg jokes. I'll have a little. See, I do this shit like just off the cuff. I just made this. It's really fun. It's really fun to play with. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna boil it afterwards, just so I can get some of the just a little bit of the yolk. I just kind of want to, it's like making those 3-minute eggs. But if you already have removed the shell, you know how much easier it is to make a 3-minute egg. So I'm going to get the fuck off here. I'm going to go play some video games and drink some beer. And we'll see what happens. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you do have time, go ahead and push that thumbs up button if it's not too difficult. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down or get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So fuck you. Fuck me. I don't care. As long as you're having a good time. And if you do get a chance and you do have some extra change in your couch cushions, you can put those into an account that will start to blossom. You can put it like a seed into a account that maybe one day you'll say, hey, Zen actually did provide quite a bit for me. And you can put that into that account, and then it grows, and you could hand me the seed, or you could hand me the fruition of it through PayPal or Cash App, and it's TsarXen, TsarXen. paypal.me/TsarXen, or you can do it at the Square Cash app. It's a $TsarXen. And we'll dig into this further. I really want to bite on this. I want to say it's so much fun to play with, you know. Anybody, you know, it's weird. We'll talk soon. Stay well, y'all.